All right, everyone. Welcome to our market overview, no? So, bago ako mag-start sa weekly natin ng PSEI, as always, I decided to change up this video or this series a little bit. Mapapansin nyo na moving forward, yung mga sectoral indices natin, rather than isa-isa ko pang pag-uusapan, which does end up taking a lot of time, ginawa ko, kung medyo similar naman yung view ko sa kanila, pinagsasama ko na lang yung dalawa sa isang tinginan. You'll understand more of what I mean in a little bit, no? By doing this, I hope to save you more time. Syempre, yun naman yun eh. I don't wanna sit here and waste your time droning on and on about the same thing over and over again, di ba? So, let me know kung mas gusto nyo ba yung ganitong approach kasi syempre, yun nga, mas matipid sa oras or mas prefer nyo yung dati nating ginagawa na iniisa-isa natin bawat isang index, no? So, let's start off with the PSEI weekly index. After 2 weeks, ano na nga ba nangyari? Technically speaking, wala. Okay? If we zoom in, makikita natin on this candle here, alright? On this candle there, price tried to break below yung 6.9 na level natin again, but held. Now, this week's candle, we tried to push higher naman. Pero hindi rin kinaya. Bumalik lang tayo. So essentially, walang nangyari. 'Di ba? Yan pa rin. Ito pa rin yung key level na tinitignan natin, tong 6.9 na area. If mabasag tong 6.9, the first thing na baka mabalikan would be itong trend line na drenowing natin. And if that breaks, at least from a weekly perspective, the next level of support will be here at 6,638. Okay? Now, to the upside naman, yung pinakamaaga na gusto natin pa rin na mabasag para more bullish sentiment tayo sa overall conditions ng market is ma-retake at mag-close tayo firmly above 7.2. If we can come back above 7.2 and start holding firmly above it, then mas gaganda yung overall na itsura ng chart. But for now, hindi pa nangyayari yun eh. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in the next few weeks. But for now, sa weekly at least, medyo neutral/bearish pa rin talaga yung overall na itsura. Now, sometimes I get a lot of flack saying na, bakit di mo na lang sabihin outright na bearish? Kasi, if it was, as in sobrang pangit talaga, I would say it naman eh. And while I'll admit na hindi maganda yung itsura ng chart natin sa PSEI, in the bigger picture, we're still stuck within this range here. For all I know, we'll come back, mag-hold tong 6.9, then we bounce higher, babalikan natin yung 7.5, and the possibility still exists na for the remainder of 2022, walang mangyayari, mag-range lang tayo sa area na yan. So, ayoko ring pangunahan, nasasabihin ko na lang, hindi, basta pangit yan kasi hindi niya ginagawa yung bullish move na gusto niya. Yes, the moves are bearish, but we're still stuck within the range. Once that range breaks, mag-iiba yung usapan. Diba? But until then, we really have nothing to do but to wait it out and see what happens. Now, let's go down sa daily time frame, no? Dito sa daily time frame, makikita natin sa candle na to, like we discussed previously, na nabasag nga itong 6.928 na level, only to be immediately retaken sa next candle. And each time na we've approached this area once again, binabawi niya. Now, ngayon, palapit na naman tayo dyan. Mababasag na ba to? Or mag-hold na naman? We don't know, no? May suspense factor. Diba? So we don't know. All we know is if it breaks, the next level we'll be looking at will be itong trend line na to, itong area na yan, between these two purple lines. Or kung ayaw nyo ng trend line, which a lot of people don't like, and I get it, that's fine. The next level of key support na titignan natin will be yung 6638. If 66 breaks all together, then yung next level support natin will be at 6270 na. Okay? Once itong 6.9 mabasag, para sa akin lang to ha, it's gonna look a lot more bearish na regardless of whether or not mag-hold tong trend line. Lalo na if we do something like this, break below, come back, test tong lows na to, roll over, meaning nag-hold tayo beneath nung 6.9, then we're likely in for a very bumpy na Q2, Q3, maybe even Q4. Okay? Papangit na talaga siya. From here, we'll be expecting na mabasag din tong 6638. Kasi yun na yung itsura natin eh. high, low, lower, high. Diba? So expectation natin nun will be to take a new lower low. And ito yung kailangan niya mabasag to do that. So once na mabasag tong 6.9, I'll be a lot more bearish, but I wouldn't outright be all doom and gloom hanggang makita natin yung structure na mag-form ng maayos to tell us na, hey, you know what, this is gonna turn, it's not looking good. Maybe get out, stay stay on the sidelines and avoid yung mga trades na hindi super clean cut, na hindi super low hanging fruit. All right? So, what does that mean for you and me? Kung nabasag to the downside at matuluyan, then for me, that means na we should be looking at key levels, lalo na ng mga blue chip stocks, to see kung meron ba tayong magandang pwedeng pag-abangan na pwede natin pagsaluhan ng particular stocks, lalo na yung mga favorites natin. Like if you like Jollibee or if you like SM, then perhaps you can identify key levels kung saan kayo pwede mag-abang na where price could go to and see kung makakuha tayo ng bullish price action from there para makasakay tayo na mas maaga. Now, on the flip side naman, let's say we come back and we start trading above tong 7.2 area nga. We're still not out of the woods because the first thing we'll be looking at is mag-gap fill ba tayo? And if ma-fill tong gap na to, what happens next? Mauntog ba tayo, then roll over? If we do untog, then roll over, will tong 7.2 area hold? And if so, perhaps okay na, may base na tayo dito, yan yung magiging foundation to push higher at mabalikan natin tong 7.5. Pero, let's say, tumaas, mauntog dito, tapos wala, short-lived, break na naman tayo beneath 7.2. Then ang logic natin is still, okay, dito pa rin tayo sa lower end ng range na to and it's still gonna look more bearish than bullish overall. Now, para maging pure bullish na talaga, syempre gusto natin mabasag tong range na to. So we want to see a break above tong 7,600 para masabi na talaga natin na, uy, okay, sige, mukhang tutuloy na. Very, very bullish na yung itsura ng index natin and odds are kung nakasalo kayo nung bumaba or kung hindi man, maybe nakasalo kayo during consolidation or kung hindi man, maybe nag-trade kayo on breakouts, then the likelihood of any of those trades succeeding will increase exponentially. Kasi gumaganda yung conditions eh. But for now, the overall conditions remain tepid. Okay? Personally, I'm not looking to trade a lot. Kung may makita ako na super clear cut, why not? Pero kung wala, I'm not gonna force a trade kasi nga, hindi maganda yung conditions at the very least for the way that I personally trade. Now, dito sa INDU, saka sa holding, I'm a little bit more bearish, no? Not because a lot has happened over the past 2 weeks, but more of if you check it, di ba trinay natin basagin pataas ulit yung level dito? And on the flip side, ganun din. Trinay niya din basagin pataas ulit yung level that it broke down from 2 weeks ago. And in both cases, hindi siya nakabalik. Diba? In fact, sa case ng INDU, we already started pushing lower after the attempt from the last 2 weeks. Tapos dito naman sa holding, this week lang nag-attempt. Pero after nung attempt, nagkaroon na kagad tayo ng rejection. Okay? So for both cases, my thinking is, okay, price came back, price tried to break back above a key level but failed to do so. Siguro may dahilan kaya ganon. Therefore, even though kapag titignan mo lang purely yung chart, parang wala naman gaanong pinuntahan yung price, it's still looking a lot more bearish than bullish para sa akin. Paano magko-confirm na talagang ang tuluyan na pwedeng maging mas bearish? Kapag dito sa INDU, one scenario is baka bumalik lang tayo sa range na to. Okay? Once we break beneath tong 8944, then wala na. Any hope for me kapag for the short term ng bullishness, even for the midterm, maninegate na. Hindi ko na alam what price will do once we break that area. Saan siya pupunta? Will it revisit these lows? Will it come back to this area from before? Dito naman sa holding, once we take out tong low na nandito, etong 6363, then my thinking is it will do something like this, test from underneath, then we might come down and tag yung support natin dito sa 5,850. in both cases, whether sa INDU or sa holding, that's gonna look a lot more bearish. And baka matagalan bago nila ma-recover or maayos yung damage that was done bago natin masabi na, okay, sige, moving forward, gumaganda na yung structure, pwede na natin sila i-trade ulit. Now, for both FINA and MINI, no, so financials and mining, while the chart is still somewhat bullish for both, essentially, for the past 2 weeks, walang nangyari sa kanila. Okay? Kung titignan natin yung mga latest candles nila for this week, they never really broke out of yung small range that they were trading at. Diba? Kung titignan natin, nandyan pa rin to, at nandyan pa rin to, no? They're still stuck within their ranges. So, even though, overall, yes, the chart still seems to be moving upward, walang naging pagbabago over the past 2 weeks. Now, what does this say? It just reflects yung overall conditions ng market right now. Kita naman natin na sa index, based sa pinag-usapan natin kanina, wala gaanong magandang nangyayari. So, even though na these sectors might want to start pushing higher, medyo nadadrag din sila pababa ng konti ng ibang nangyayari sa merkado natin. Therefore, wala pang changes na naganap both sa FINA and sa MINI. Now, if you're waiting for something to trigger dito sa mga particular sectors na to, then my suggestion is to just wait hanggang magkaroon tayo ng clear-cut price action that breaks beyond, at the very least, yung mini ranges na pinagtitradan nila currently. Pero, if price is just gonna dance within those ranges, we're likely better off keeping our powder dry and just staying on the sidelines until there are more concrete changes na mangyari. Sa case naman ng SERV at ng prop, no? Both of them remain fairly neutral. Okay, now, a case can be made na pwedeng sabihin, yung SERV naglalaro doon sa banda taas eh. We're trying to push higher, tapos yung prop nandun sa baba. Bakit parehong neutral? Kasi, number one, simula tayo sa prop, no, we can see na we're still trading within the range of this candle here, and we didn't really move. Hindi naman tayo nagkaroon ng rejection of a major level. Hindi naman tayo nagkaroon ng rejection of a major area. We're just essentially there. So, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at it that way, walang nangyari. Diba? Is it looking more bearish than bullish? Sure. But, from a purely price action standpoint, nothing essentially occurred. Now, if we break down beneath tong mga range lows na to, then we can expect na marirevisit tong support natin at 3,059. And if I had to bet, okay, kunyari there was a gun to my head, that's what I would say that was pwedeng maging kasunod niya. Yung likely that's gonna happen. Pero hindi siya nangyari eh. 'Di ba? Nagho-hold lang tayo dito. So until this changes, medyo neutral pa rin tayo dito sa prop. Whereas dito naman sa SERV, again, nandito tayo sa taas. Yes, but we're not really moving up. 'Di ba? It's been giving every opportunity to let's move, let's go. Pero ano nangyayari? Whenever we try to push much higher, ang lalaki nung wicks na nagfa-follow. 'Di ba? Pati dito eh. Ang titindi ng rejection. And after each set of rejection, more or less pababa ng pababa kung saan tayo humuhugot ng mga wicks natin. So yes, you can argue na this looks more bullish compared dito sa property. But again, in the grand scheme of things, not much has really happened. Nakatrap pa rin tayo sa range na to, similar dyan. So not much has happened. And in the meantime, okay, yes, kunyari sa services gumagalaw yung TEL and all that, no? I remain fairly neutral in both sectors until magkaroon ng mas discernible na change in either para makapagsabi tayo na, hey, you know what? This is gonna be a lot more bullish or a lot more bearish for either of these sectors. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!